Hi everyone, got another recent lesson for you. A young junior player here in Korea. She's only been playing, she's been playing under 6 months, so doing well for that time period, but struggles with maybe getting steep on the ball, cut shots to the right, particularly with the driver. So hopefully there's a few things players, coaches watching this can pick up from. And the main takeaway for me would be not so much in the changes here, but more in the way we went about structuring the lesson and trying to get her to improve the way she moves her body and the arms in the club. Two things, so that can be quite challenging for a junior player. Done incorrectly, it can be complicated and they end up getting nothing, but done correctly with the right step-by-step approach, and we can start to see some improvements in a way that they understand or find simple. So what did we look at in the lesson? The key point for me from the front was in the movement of her pelvis. She tended to have too much lateral movement in the middle of her body. Now, what we see often with this is in an effort for a player to make good contact, they need to keep their upper body somewhat in the center. But in doing that, with the pelvis moving to the right, it can create this look where the upper body is tilting to the left as they finish the backswing and the arms are lifting. In my experience, when a player gets into this position at the top or moving in this way at the top, they often are very dominant with their upper body and their arms in the transition, because the upper body is moving this way. It needs to move back the other way aggressively. The arms are lifting again, that need to move back the other way aggressively. So we tend to see the upper body arms moving first, which can get the club coming down outside, can maybe get the club traveling into impact a little bit steep on the steep side, and the club traveling to the left, which can create that cut shot to the right. From behind, we can see the movement of her arms on the club. She tended to roll her arms a little bit, with the right arm working too much underneath the left arm. This gets the club onto a flat plane, which is, in our opinion, less than ideal, because if the club's flat going back, you're going to have to compensate. You're going to have to steepen the club at some point to get the club onto plane. And then often players tend to overdo that steepening. You can see that's happening with this young player into the impact zone, where the club's getting well in front of her hands, coming down steeply into the ball, with the club traveling to the left. So that's where she got her steep contacts. She would get a cut shot to the right, and these things with a driver. With an iron, you can maybe get away with these things, particularly as a junior player, because your speed is not that high. But with the driver, the club coming downwards to the left, she's going to hit a lot of shots which are high in the club face, and then when she does get it out of the center, the ball tends to cut to the right. So what was our approach? What was our approach in trying to improve both the movement of the body and the movement of the arms in the club?